Hi everyone. Here's a quick video. Um, just because it's been record store day today, and I thought I might as well do one. I haven't really been buying a lot of vinyl because, like a lot of collectors, I've been saving up for record store day and a couple of other things. I might be going to up to the Midlands next week, do some crate digging. There's a record show up in Wolverhampton, I believe. Um, I'm not sure if that's going ahead, so it's still up in the air. But yes, record store day. I went to in Bristol. There always used to be two stores doing it, Head and Rise. Unfortunately, Head is closed down. But yet again, it doesn't really surprise me because every year on record store day, I went there and it was empty every time. You never get anyone in there, which was good because you could go in there, get what you wanted, and get the hell out. But this year, the only option was Rise. So I went in there at, I think I was there about 9ish, 9:30, and I queued up for about an hour. It was that crazy. But anyway, so going back earlier this month, yeah, Black Cat Records in Taunton. I went over there. There wasn't really a lot I wanted, but funny enough, Phil Harding, the guy that owns it, I had a bit of a chat about him, a chat with him about Record Store Day. He actually recently did an article bashing Record Store Day, and it's funny, I do go to Record Store Day, but it's I do go to sort of Record Store Day events. I do go to record stores on Record Store Day, but it's not really my idea of. It's not the ideal way of buying music. There's crowds there. You can't really sort of chat to the clerk behind the counter or the owner, so it doesn't really sort of create the greatest of atmospheres. And some of the rarities, I mean, most of them are crap, but there are a few which are quite good. But Phil Harding, he wrote this sort of piece where he actually says that some record stores actually go into debt to get involved in record store day. I understand that there are some. I'm not going to completely bash record store day because I do understand that some record stores do actually make money out of it and it does keep their business afloat. But not everything's great about it. It does have quite a few flaws. But yeah, when I was there, I bought this, which is a record I've been looking to buy for a while. Hairway to Stephen by the Butthole Surfers. Um, this band is a sort of a. For those who've never listened to them, I know there's quite a lot of people on the VC who like them, but uh, they're sort of a 80s version of the Residents, but it's weird. I've never really got into Residents, but I do like sort of bands like the Butthole Surfers and Mr. Bungle who do sort of borrow a lot from the Residents. But this album just cracks me up every time when there's one track on there called Jimmy where half the track is at the wrong speed. I think half of it's at 45 RPM, then the other half is at 33 RPM, and you get these sort of, on the label, I don't know if you're going to see it, you get these sort of scatological cartoons, one with a naked woman bending over. I don't know if that one's for because there's no song titles on here. This is like if I get this out, nothing. This is like the first pressing on Glass, first UK pressing. Um, yeah, there's a track called on here. Its actual name is I Saw an X-ray of a Girl Passing Gas. I just love titles like that. I have a very sort of weird sense of humour, and this just cracks me up. Um, so yeah, I've sort of gone on a break from buying lots of vinyl this month, but towards the end, I did decide to get a record that I've been looking for. Well, I've been hoping it'd be released on vinyl, it'd come out on CD in January, which is this one. This is next month's purchase. The site I bought it from done pay pay after delivery or whatever it is, so it wouldn't go through for a fortnight. But unfortunately, this one, this is acting. Really good album to start off with. This is a sort of a double um, set on LP set on white and black vinyl, which is pretty neat. But unfortunately, while the black vinyl sounded fine, the white vinyl sounded, well, it sounded okay, but until you got to the inner grooves, and there's some sort of pressing defect on there where there's loads and loads of noise, which is a pity because I do actually like this album, even though there's bits on it where you think there's one track called "Move Your Body," which it just screams of being a Rihanna song. What are the tracks? Yeah, Sweet Design, Sweet Design. Every time I listen to that, I think, well, that sounds, because these are tracks that Sia wrote for other artists, but there's one, Sweet Design, and every time I listen to that track, I think that sounds like a Beyonce song. It's a good album, but I'm gonna have to take it back and exchange it for something else. Also, in the week, I got this. I don't think it's actually come out yet. I'm not sure. I think it comes out on the 23rd. Aqualung. This is a remaster of the 2011 remix, and it's been sort of shrunk down to this sort of book sort of format. I actually bought the vinyl back in tail end of last year, and to be honest, I'm in two minds whether I should sell it because these releases are so good. I'm not a snob when it comes to digital. I actually like the sound of it when it's done well. Let's just say that. And this just sounds beautiful. This is how CDs should sound, how remasters should sound, because there is no clipping whatsoever. The levels very rarely go into the red. And Stephen Wilson's mix, even though Aqualung it's not my favourite Jethro Tull album. It's very badly recorded. If Stephen Wilson's mix does improve it. It does improve it a lot. But still, it's a good album which is ruined by bad production. Because if you listen to the second disc, I really love the 9-minute version, My God, or the early version, Wind Up. They're just miles ahead better than what ended up on the album. So this is a real keeper. Plus, the only sort of annoying thing is that they didn't put the original mix on the CD. But yet again, you can sort of rip it from the DVD because there's a sort of high res flat transfer of the original tapes. So this is great. I mean that's one band I had to look after their back catalogue. What Jethro Tull are doing. Yeah. Then today I went to Record Store Day. Queued, as I said, I queued for an hour, and funny enough, in Bristol there was by the time I got there was quite a lot still in the racks. I don't think that most of the best stuff has gone. The most in demand stuff. So yeah, I got there relatively early. So the first thing I wanted to get, and I found it thankfully, Wrecking Ball by Emmylou Harris. This is just a classic album, one of the best albums of the 90s. I'd reckon. And it's funny, I don't have a lot of her records, which is something I've got to sort out. but this one has always been a favourite. There's some really great cover versions on there. She does a really good version of the Jimi Hendrix song. Is it May This Be Love? Um, yeah, does Neil Young, and also Steve Earle's Goodbye, which is probably one of the most beautiful songs ever written. I mean, she does justice to it. Maybe the production is a little dated on that track, but I mean, she does the song justice. There's not a bad song on there, not a song, but a bad song on here at all. And also, like, I mean, the first album is over the first three sides, and the side D, E, and F is sort of outtakes, and there's some demos on there which are maybe a bit throwaway, but there's some other tracks like Still Water, which I think is one of Daniel Lanois who produced this, one of his songs. Um, How Will I Ever Be Simple Again, which is a Richard Thompson song. Just love this record. Haven't really given it a proper listen, um, but yeah, I hope to eventually. And so I was going to get the Frank Zappa 7-inch, but I always have a problem with 7-inches. I'm not prepared to pay £10 for two tracks, and I know it's a rare item, but I haven't really sorted my Frank Zappa collection out. It's in a mess. I've got too many records that are beat up, that are borderline unplayable, so I want to sort that out rather than waste £10 on a 7-inch. So instead, I ended up spending £20 on this Beach Boys, the Pet Sound Sessions. Absolutely love this. Where you hear the sort of songs being taken apart. Some albums where you have stuff like this are boring. I mean, there's a Stooges box set where you have sort of repeat takes of the same thing, and it's not something that particularly interests me. And I'm a massive Stooges fan, but this is just amazing. I've been listening to bits of it. I love the instrumental version of I Just Wasn't Made for These Times, because musically there's loads of stuff that you don't hear when when you have the vocals on top. And it is strange. I didn't used to like Pet Sounds. In fact, I didn't really particularly much like the Beach Boys until I actually got a promo of one of their box sets. They had some sort of big best stuff. I think it was made in California, and I had sort of six discs. There's 6 discs worth of like Beach Boys stuff. I listened to it, and it's like, wow, I was wrong all along. It's not just all those sort of surf pop songs they did on the radio. And I love the stuff they did in the 70s. I mean, when albums like Wild Honey as well, Smile, and Sunflower, but pretty much anything they did up to the late 70s. I think Love You was the last great album they did. Then everything bar a few songs is pretty crap. But yeah, really happy to get this in. It was a reasonable price. It's usually quite expensive. Now, one last thing. So, in Bristol today, I kept on getting a lot of messages on there from Dino Barkham, who he posts videos under the name Dino Vinyl Times. He doesn't recently. I think maybe life has gotten in the way, but he occasionally posts up on the Facebook group. And he was worrying about this one record which he's been trying to get. This one, Ocean Colour Sea, Mosley Shoals. So I was first in the line after like an hour of waiting. I said to Dino, look, do you want me to have a look and see if I can get a copy? And there's 11 copies of this in the Bristol Rise Records. And so Dino was going around loads of shops in Wiltshire. But yeah, so this is Dino. Here it is, and it's going out on Monday. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. uh, um, Thanks for the swift payment. But the thing is, a lot of Ocean Colour Scene fans were absolutely pissed off because they couldn't get copies of it. I don't know what the hell happened. They sort of bugger it up. I don't know. Gave too many to some record stores and none to others. Um, it's been quite frustrating because you've seen it on the internet. People have been complaining, but yeah. So it feels good to be helping out someone from the VC. I mean, sometimes like doing kind acts for people, helping them out is a good. It's good. It's good. It's good. So yeah. So I'll be getting this out to you, Dino, for on Monday. Hope you enjoy it. So yeah, this is the last. That's all the vinyl. So until next month or so, when I do my next vinyl update. Goodbye.